Welcome to Wrazel, the business of cannabis. I'm your co-host, Brian Barbuto. This is my co-host, Kyle Turley. We're bringing you the first of what we hope to be a long series of broadcasts about the cannabis space.
Very excited about it, Brian. To have the opportunity to be with a team like Wrazel and have that environment around me again, from the days playing in the NFL to now the business world and finally getting back to that, I'm extremely excited to have the opportunity to work with Wrazel and what's going to come forward for the cannabis industry.
Gosh, Kyle, thank you so much. It's exciting to have you here, and it's exciting to be before a group of listeners who are interested in cannabis. They're interested in where the industry is going, what the future looks like, and we want to emphasize that the cannabis space and industry is not only alive and well, it's probably in the best position it's been in for many years.
There's no doubt. In this environment, to have an insulated stock that didn't just drop through the bottom, and to have it be in something that deals with health and wealth at the same time, what an opportunity. What an opportunity for those out there interested in understanding cannabis, but how that can start putting money back into their bank accounts and creating wealth for their future.
Agreed, man. Well said. Well said. Yeah, the opportunity today is to not only get involved and to invest, but to be a part of the future, building the future. You know, some of these medical products, some of the things that are on the horizon are unbelievable. I think I shared with Kyle the article. Canalog launched a co-venture with the Canadian government to study the endocannabinoid and its effect on viruses like COVID-19.
Unbelievably important, right? Understanding how this plant can not only help you, but how this can help everyone around the world. Right now in this pandemic that we're in, to be able to say that one thing has a 0 count death rate when you talk about cannabis, that's important.
Yeah.
It's important to be able to expose these things, but in the business side of this and how accessible it is to people so that it can continue to help grow these companies by getting this out there, It's a difficult line to walk because of the FDA and the Schedule I status of cannabis. But as these things continue to roll in our favor and cannabis continues to be exposed to the world for what it truly is and the opportunity it has in the health industries to global warming conversations is very important, highly important, if you will.
You just mentioned something I think is an interesting topic and that we should talk about, and that is a lot of people don't understand the CBD and the THC. And my own son-in-law, who's got a rare condition, is on a Humira. And Humira is known to lower one's immune system. And I spoke to him just yesterday. And he tells me he's got to go off Humira because he wants a fighting chance with COVID-19. And he's in a lot of pain. I said, have you thought about CBD? His first response was, don't want to do anything that would get me high.
And that's been the case for so long, right? We've had this conversation controlled by semantics and disinformation, and as we continue to move forward in this, the information that's coming out daily, legislation that's coming out daily, as these things continue to prove efficacy in the markets of health and also in the markets of construction and materials and everything in here being able to be made out of this great plant and how many opportunities it has to create businesses.
But just in the health and wellness side, it's suffice to say that CBD can affect your body in a positive way without having a psychotropic effect.
100%. From hemp is the opportunity for every 50 state to understand this. Every doorstep in America can order CBD right to their mailbox, come to their front door during this time and have that opportunity to know the benefits of cannabis. At its base level, the hemp opportunity is there for every person in America and into 33 different countries around the world.
Yeah. Fascinating that people in my own family are unaware of the benefits of CBD and the fact that that by itself is not going to cause alarm or concern to have an effect if you're not somebody who would be comfortable with the effects of getting high, as it were.
Sure.
So there are a lot of topics within the space of cannabis. And when we're talking about THC and CBD, we're talking about two endocannabinoids of thousands. We know that endocannabinoids can be found in many plants, but the endocannabinoids that the body depends on, which have been so badly depleted in North Americans, is strictly as a result of a lack of input from cannabis and hemp products. Is that correct?
Oh, 100%. You know, the prohibition on cannabis is what created all of this misinformation out there. And countries around the world have recognized cannabis and the cannabinoid system, in fact, in how it is the number one regulatory system in the human body. So the opportunity that people have to understand this from a health perspective is imperative, you know, that they do so and that this information continues to get out. That's why I started my CBD company, is to continue to get that information out to people. That's why you started Wrazel's, continue to get that information out to the people so that they understand what it is that is the opportunity in cannabis. And now we can craft this into the business of cannabis and where this has opportunities to go.
And now you're not talking about investments with people who are working and lurking in the shadows. You're not talking about black market investment opportunities. You're talking about an industry which is legal in many states, and the companies that are operating legally are being operated by professional individuals with histories and track records in other industries who have moved into this space, have seen this opportunity, and are offering investors and business people a chance to have a good living, make a good income, and a very exceptional high return on investment. Is that correct?
100%. And it's going all the way to D.C. And you have individuals like John Boehner, you have Mitch McConnell passing the Farm Bill, which was for hemp. This was for the cannabis industry, and moving that needle closer to dropping Schedule 1 so that we can unleash the true opportunity. We've only scratched the surface on cannabis, and we know this. And as this moves forward, companies like Wrazel can continue to fund these great ventures of entrepreneurs that have taken the risks, entrepreneurs that have pushed forward and forged through all of this misinformation out here to build these amazing companies, providing opportunities for people around the world now to understand cannabis.
You know, one can't know everything. One can't be an expert in all fields. And while I have a great experience and understanding about commercial real estate, I have limited knowledge about the cannabis product itself. But I understand business, I understand finance, I know how things get done. I'm excited to work with guys like you, Kyle.
That's why it takes a team, Brian. You know, being in the NFL, having the opportunity to become a champion. You know, I never got the ring. I missed it by a couple games, but I made it deep into the playoffs a couple times. And those teams that had the opportunity to win championships are special. And it takes an entire group of people to make those things happen. And have that opportunity here with Wrazel and the opportunities that we'll continue to give the cannabis industry moving forward to create great teams and move these businesses towards that goal line, you know, and crossing that finish line and scoring the touchdown. I'm extremely excited as well.
I couldn't be more excited. Thank you, Cannabis. And thank you for listening to the
Cannabis.
first show.
We appreciate you.
Wrazel, the business of cannabis. Thank you so much.